watch out your older. Cuts like a knife, don't you know? Deep and slow, counting down the days. Drunk on place, I take you to the grave.
That's yeah, perfect. Jamie, welcome to Saturday and Off.
Cheers, Stuart.
How you doing?
Aye, all good, mate, aye. Aye.
Good to have you here.
Good to be
Happy
here,
release day.
Thanks very much, mate, aye.
How are you feeling about that?
Aye, all good, mate. I'm buzzing to get it out there, you know, to the masses. I'll be honest, like I've been listening to the song for months and months, so it's no like new to me. But I'm glad that everybody's getting to hear like the Vida version of the song. Always felt like it was going to be a Vida tune. Started writing it when I was in Vida, so to finally get it out there and rework it with the boys, it's magic.
No, that's good. So we were talking earlier, I think you said started the band in 2013, is that right?
2013, aye.
So it's been going a wee while.
Aye, a wee while.
How did it all come about?
Good question, mate. So Nathan, the boy that I co-founded the band with, I was at school with him, and he was in a band that practiced next to my dad's studio in Alloa. And I hadn't seen him since we left school, and I kind of bumped into him in the corridor there, and he seen me, you know, with like the pretty green gear on and all that kind of thing, and he was like, "Oh, are you into your music?" And I was like, "Aye, man." And he was like, "Fucking hell!" And the band he was in broke up like a week later, and we were kind of getting chatting and catching back up again. And he was like, "Do you want to come down and maybe we can like start something?" And so me and him and a few of the boys were in that band that broke up, started Vida back then. So that was like January 2013. That's how it all started, mate.
Wow, and it all went on to some big gigs as well, like Liquid Rooms as well. Was that 2019?
2019, aye.
One there.
Aye.
And then is that when things stopped?
Well, no, just after that. No, that was probably like. It's mad that you mentioned that actually. Liquid Rooms. That was definitely the peak. Like that was the best gig that we ever played, and it's quite mental. Like that time period between like 2013 and 2019, and those 6 years going from playing like small local pubs to like 5 folk, and those 5 folk being like your basically your family, to playing a sold out 1,000 cap venue, absolutely like packed to the rafters, like bouncing, was an unbelievable feeling for a bunch of boys just for a wee town to do that. It was mad. And that started off that year actually. That was in February 2019, and it started off that year. We ended up going on a headline tour around the UK, playing like 500 cap venues around the UK, and it was absolutely amazing. And the last gig we played actually was at the Barrowlands. It was just part of that. You had the Tenement Trail.
Yeah.
It was part of that. I think we're like second last on the bill or something at the Barras, so there was a good like whatever the place holds, like 2,000, 3,000 people there, and so it was amazing to like to play there as well, you know. But it's definitely Liquid Rooms was definitely our best gig, I would say.
When I'm searching for my saving grace, get on my knees and pray, and make my way through these times. Stay down, write a letter and send it your way. We'll be heading for better days, and make our way through these times.
After the Barras, that was it. It all came to a head after that.
We'll not go into all that. But listen, July 2025, there was a post put up on Instagram. Guess who's back?
Aye.
And it was you.
It was me.
And it got a great reaction.
Aye.
I was obviously saying to you that I saw one comment and someone said, "Oh, perfect. Vida going back in the playlist now the main man's back." But how did that feel? Obviously, the reaction of you returning to the band, it was amazing. And it must obviously just feel good for you.
Aye, I think like so when the band broke up, it was obviously so stupid, and like we could have probably sorted it out if we'd went for a pint the next day. Like it was one of those things that if we just maybe put egos to a side or something like that and just like had a normal conversation about it, would have been fine. and then COVID happened after that, so nothing would have really happened anyway if we stayed together. And then in 2021 they reached out to me, they were actually asking me to come back again, and I started kind of catching up with them again and kind of rekindling the friendship. But at that point in time I had just met my now wife, and I didn't really want to go back into music or anything like that. I was quite happy kind of staying away from it, so we just stayed pals at that point. And they kind of asked me, like, we want to do this again, and to be fair to them, like they did ask if it was alright for them to kind of kick on, and I was like, it's sound, do what you need to do. And then in about May time 2025 I got a message from the drummer Jamie, and he's just basically saying it didn't really work out for them, and he was just like wanting to see if I was game for coming through for a chat to see what he's got to say about it all, and if it would make sense to get back together again. And I went through and had a chat with him, because I gave him a pull, and basically agreed to go down and have a wee jam with the boys again in the studio. And as soon as I went down and played the songs again with them, man, I just got that feeling back, and it was like, this is great, let's go for it. So it did mean a lot to go back, and like it's one of those things, because I was one of the founders of the band. It was great to go back again. It kind of feels like it's this time round it's doing it for the pride and doing it for the love of it, and like, you know, kind of doing, like, just making some, there's probably some unfinished business, you know what I mean, with the band. So it's good to get back into it again and finish all that off.
And then obviously you got into the recording studio.
Aye.
Castle of Doom?
Castle of Doom in Glasgow, aye.
How was that, just being back, doing what you obviously used to do, what you loved?
Aye, mate, unbelievable. It's Chris Marshall, big shout out to him. He's a top producer, man, absolutely incredible, like so efficient. You go in, it's like a proper like in at 10 out of 6. Like he says to you, we'll be in till we're finished sort of thing, but you're never in till any later than 6, you know what I mean? You get the job done. And he's just got this great ear for the tunes, and he knows exactly what we're wanting to do and how exactly we want to sound. So it was an absolutely amazing experience being there, and we're in there again just the other week there as well. So we've got more tunes coming out that we recorded there in the pipeline, mate.
That's good, that's always good to know. Obviously the last time we met was at the Sergeant gig.
Aye.
Where you supported them, a band that we love, and obviously again a band that sort of was there, had a bit of time out.
Aye.
And have come back. How was that, being back on the stage and then obviously supporting Sergeant?
Mate, Sergeant are probably the first band that I actually listened to and thought I could be in a band as well. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like I always remember getting that album. It was a wee hand-me-down from my brother, who's 2 years older than me. Gave me the CD, and just remember hearing Sunshine and all those songs when I was like, 14, 15 year old or something like that, and that just got me right into music. So it was funny actually. It was no long after we announced getting back together that Nick reached out to me, because I've spoke to Nick back and forth over the years, like when I was solo and stuff after Vida initially first broke up. So I was always quite sound with Nick, and for him to reach out to me and say like, so happy to see you back, are you up for your first gig being with us at St Luke's? It was an absolute honour, man. So unreal to play there with the boys, and great to meet them again and that, and we got an absolutely amazing reaction as well. The amount of people that came to see us, it was wild, man. So it was a good comeback gig. For sure.
Might set you free. What does it mean for me? Well, I don't know how to believe, counting down the days. The wrong kind of place I take you to, the grave.
It was very good. Hearing the Vida chant again.
Aye.
That's obviously a big thing. And playing the tunes, obviously Fade Away, the big one, and
Aye.
then getting to play these times, which we've sort of touched on coming out today. We were having a bit of a laugh. You said you listened to it about a million times.
Yeah.
Is that just the usual?
It's just the usual, mate. I think it's just I think that, you know, behind the scenes people don't like always know that that's what happens with bands. Like you record these songs like half a year before they come out, sort of thing. So I've had it playing in the car and on my phone when I'm doing the dishes and stuff like that for months, mate, months on end. So it's certainly not new to me, but like it's great to get it out there.
Yeah, it sounds great. It sounds different as well.
Aye, for the solo one.
One,
Aye. The solo one, I did that in my dad's studio in Alloa actually when I was solo after the band broke up, and it was just a kind of DIY job. You know, it was just something me and my dad just sat and done and thought, fuck it, let's do a wee song together. But now that the band's back together again, it was probably the first song I thought of when we got back together. I actually started writing that song before the band broke up, and I thought, like, it was always meant to be a Vida song, so why don't we just, like I said before, the unfinished business, like, let's just get these songs that were supposed to be Vida songs out there to the people who deserve to hear them, sort of thing. So it sounds unbelievable, man. It sounds class. It's got that proper, like, Fade Away, A Place We Can Forget, Where We Came From, our best songs. It's got that same kind of vibe. So it just slots nicely into the kind of Vida sound, man.
Yeah, defo. April, couple of gigs coming up.
Aye.
King Tut's and then Tunnels in Aberdeen.
Yeah.
How are you feeling for them?
Listen, mate, King Tut's is another one of those venues, like I said, like Liquid Rooms, albeit Liquid Rooms is bigger obviously, but like King Tut's is like, it's a wee venue, but it's like a big venue at the same time. It's one of the best places to play. Like we sold that out a few times way back in the day, and every time it was always the best nights, man. Just unbelievable, proper, intimate, like really close atmosphere, and just like loud, and the crowd are right there in front of you. Unbelievable. So I absolutely buzzing to play there again, man. The tickets are flying out as well. It's going to be a sellout, so it'll be unbelievable to play there again. And like I said, again, unfinished business, and just getting back into playing these iconic venues is going to be class, man. Aye.
And then you obviously touched on you've been back in the recording studio. A few more songs to come.
Aye.
Is there anything else you can give us?
Anything else I can give you is, let me think. There is.
That you're allowed to
there
say.
Is. There's going to be a wee announcement next week. That's all I can say.
That's
aye.
enough.
Aye.
That's enough.
Aye.
That's
When I'm searching for my saving grace, get on my knees and pray, and make my way through these times. Then I'll write a letter and send it your way. We'll be heading for better days, and make our way through these times.
And right, look, I don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, but we're going to talk about Hibs, right?
Okay. Aye.
We're going to talk about it. It's been a tough season. To be honest, the issue is, it's not even sometimes what Hibs are doing, it's what the other lot are doing.
Aye.
You know, I know that's tough.
Aye.
Tough for you to see. But how are you finding the last few years? Obviously, David Gray taking over. Last year looked like it was going to be tough, and then he pulled it back, and we went on a great run. We go into Europe. It looks great. I think at the start of the season I remember a couple of games that we're thinking, actually, we could win the league the way we were playing. And then we're kind of just slotting right back into the old inconsistent Hibs.
Mediocre.
But it's tough. It is either frustrating.
Aye. I've actually, I think that Hibs have been quite frustrating. Probably actually before Gray came in.
Aye.
I feel like before that there was just this constant like feeling like it's an experiment. Let's bring this manager and try that, and let's try that. Sean Maloney and all these kind of managers, and it never really worked out, and we all kind of paid the price of like finishing bottom six, but like Hibs should not be battling for a top six spot. We should be going for top four, and I feel like now that Gray's in, and the way we're playing, and we've got a proper, we've got the Gordons that are finally doing some good stuff. You've got Malcolm Mackay there. He's clearly, a good football head as well, and it feels like there's an identity with Hibs now, I think, which was lost for quite a long time. I think the last time I had it was probably under Jack Ross, and then between Jack Ross and David Gray, it's been kind of gone, and I feel like we're kind of back now. And I think this season it's been one of those kind of things where it's like, I think just because of what Hearts are doing, it just makes it feel like an absolute brutal season. And like I was saying to you off camera, it's quite hard to actually enjoy football at the minute. I think it would be the end of the world if they did it. But if they do it, I'll just go and start watching golf again or something like that, man. Just pack the football in.
Put you on the spot with a wee Hibs question. For your favourite team, your favourite Hibs team that you've saw Do you know whether it's maybe your Tony Mowbray team, Scottish Cup team, your Lennon team?
Oh mate, that's a really tough question, man. Because the Tony Mowbray team, you've got your Verdon and all that kind of thing, and these players were just absolutely amazing to watch. I think I'm going to have to say the Scottish Cup team.
Yep.
I'm just going to have to say that because that team, I think they would have probably finished top 4 in the Premiership easily. There was something about those boys that they just all gelled so well together. And players like Hendo, these guys were just amazing to watch. Just constantly, got you on your feet off the seat in the stadium. But then again, you've got like Scott Allen and all that kind of thing in the Lennon team, so it's hard to.
Yeah.
I think probably just a mixture of the Tony Mowbray team.
Put them all together.
Aye, if you could see if you could put all them together, man, I think you'd have aye, they'd win the league.
Yeah, they would just now anyway, surely.
Definitely, mate.
Look, Jamie, thanks for speaking to us. All the best with the shows coming up.
Cheers, mate.
Right.
Magic. Top man.